Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. A nice little juke. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A.J. Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Pats have taken the early lead. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, will he?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A.J. Green with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Mariota being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Fights him off. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Patriots take over. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starts with a run by White. And he's across the 43 extra yards to the 43. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
No. Check. Patriots.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Well, one thing's for sure. When you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now the handoff comes to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. That good for 22 and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action. Mariota. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Titan football. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
3-19! 3-19! Gone!
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Gone!
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one good for 13 at a New England 1st down.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Lucky 56! Gone!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get this one to come complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now let's go! Green 39!
They'll look to throw again. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the 1st half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild 1st half. Back to Tennessee after this. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A 1st down throw for Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Patriots have it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
First down, Mariota. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running up.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw. He's going to go up top, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. And the Titans getting set to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first and 10, here's Mariota. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Mariota now on second down. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now they'll pitch it out. This is Gordon. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with White. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now back to throw. He hits White, complete. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A swift move and then tackled just on the other side of midfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with it.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
New England on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And that's caught. It's Hogan. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
2nd down, Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throwing right, and that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Mariota now to throw on first down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the counter, it's Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the former Patriot. This is Dion Lewis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Set, line, 56, Mike, 56. Pick it up.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
One.
From the gun, Mariota. completes it to Bryant. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're getting the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment. But here, he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a dump off to White. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Goes underneath here to White. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Set, blue 18. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Kill, turn up. 3, 3, 3.
Gordon on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Uzama. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Here's Gordon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. The Titans go victory formation as they take a knee. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. Good bounce-back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve.